at Wimbledon.
But it was his newly bulging biceps that really got the tongues wagging. How did he do it? Well, weight training, apparently.
Yes.
But big-time weight training. Andy Murray has also revealed another secret to his new shape, something called hot Bikram yoga. And we'll find out what it is in just a second.
He looks perplexed.
I am.
Olga Allen is the woman to tell us all about it, because she runs the yoga studio where the sports star practices, and joins us with the personal trainer Matt Roberts, trainer to the stars.
Yes.
Yes. Nice to see you both.
Morning.
You too.
Bikram yoga
Sure.
that Andy Murray was doing. What is it? How does it work?
Bikram yoga is a form of hatha yoga. It's 26 postures, and it's performed in a heated room.
Well, heated, but not just heated. I mean, really heated.
Really hot.
How hot?
It's 40 degrees. You get used to the heat.
It's 40 degrees
40
centigrade.
degrees.
What is that in old-fashioned Fahrenheit?
Around about 100.
So you sweat
It's
a
hot.
lot?
Hot and humid, yeah.
Yeah, OK. So, and
But
that
you
makes
get
it more
used to it
difficult to do
very
the
quickly.
postures, does it?
It doesn't make it more difficult, it actually supports you in the postures. So what we're trying to do is mimic an environment where yoga originates, a hot, humid climate. And it really helps you and supports you and makes a safe environment to stretch.
Apart from that, Matt, he's also been doing some fairly intense weight training, including something involving 20-kilogram weights attached to his stomach or
On his
something.
waist. Yeah,
On
he had
his
a
waist.
belt on with a great big 20-kilo weight attached to that as well. It's doing a full pull-up on a bar, a chin-up, old-fashioned style. Would be very, very difficult indeed. It's a normal sort of athlete thing to do. It creates great upper body strength. It's all about power tennis. It's about making sure he's got enough grunt and enough muscle to hit the ball back as hard as he can with the control that he needs. And also as well, bear in mind, like on court on Monday night, he was on court for 4 hours. It's a very much an endurance, stamina and endurance game now, under a great deal of stress from that strength that he needs as well. It's power, it's endurance, it's stamina. Hence the Bikram yoga can fit in fairly well to that routine to try and create an ability to sustain yourself under extreme circumstances. So the combination that he needs now of all the disciplines means that his training will be 3 hours a day of various disciplines. But it means that he's now extremely fit and able to cope with that sort of pressure. But he's going to need to. Nadal's going to be awesome today, I'm sure, because he's a very, very powerfully built guy. One of the best tennis shapes can possibly be.
And I suppose it's a very good idea for British tennis players to exercise in heat, just in case we get a very hot day. I mean, we did yesterday at Wimbledon, where it was 82 on court. And if you're going for 4 hours, you're going to need to sustain that, aren't you?
Absolutely. There's no doubt that Andy Murray, and we get a lot of the LTA players coming down to the yoga studio,
How did he find it at first?
is actually the osteopath of LTA who really recommended it, raved about Bikram yoga and found it really helpful. First when she worked for Fulham Football Club and now for LTA.
But when he started it, how did he feel about it? I mean, as somebody who perhaps trains in a more traditional way.
I can't comment for him how he felt about it exactly, but he
he
did
took to
really
it
well.
okay,
He
is
did
what I'm
really well
guessing.
in class. Yeah, really focused, really determined.
And he's ended up with body fat of 6.5%, which sounds pretty low to me.
Yeah, he's down to sort of skin and bone levels. And that's really what you expect from a high-class, a world-class athlete, without question. You've got to be lean. You can't carry excess weight. So he's looking in really, really good form. He's in great shape. And what's interesting with things like doing the yoga and the training he's been doing, of course, we know the history that he's had with breaking down with injuries while playing games. Some of the things he's doing with the training now will be extremely intensive.
This is the old Andy Murray,
yeah,
or rather the younger.
He's that
Andy
sort
Murray.
of ectomorph shape. He's this sort of quite wiry, beanie, tall guy.
Ectomorph,
He's
right.
now become much more packed out, broader shoulders, bigger biceps, bigger chest. He's creating a shape that's more towards the Nadal style mesomorph, that athletic, powerful shape.
And he said he'd
Takes
put
a lot
on
of work.
weight. He wants to put on more, though, doesn't
I think he's probably put on so far, I don't know, 6-7 kilos.
Okay.
Another few kilos would make him even more intensive.
Lovely. Okay, thank you both very
Thank
much.
you.
And
Thank
let's
you.
hope that all that hot Bikram yoga's going to stand
Paid
in
off.
good stead
Absolutely.
today.
Yeah, because otherwise we're blaming you, Olga.
Thanks very
No, we won't,
much.
of course not.
Coming up here on Breakfast, this.
One fateful night, well, I woke to hear that sound.
Fresh from fiddling at Glastonbury, we'll catch up with a new folk hero. He's called Seth Lakeman. Very interesting music, and he's going to bring, well, not his guitar, but his fiddling to the
He's
studio.
going to do. He's going to do a bit of fiddling
Bit of
here.
fiddling.
Yeah, a bit later
All right.
on. We're going to get the local news where you are. So see you again in a couple of minutes.
Go on, give us a- give us a-